back to Empty FC TV. Joining me this time is manager / goalkeeper, Paul Phillips. Paul, 0-0 tonight. That's not really the story though. How did you feel about the game overall?
I thought it was a good test. I thought they were a decent team. We made 1 or 2 changes, but I thought all in all it was a good test. They put it on us, and it was more like what we're going to get week in and week out in our league. I thought Sheffield come give a good account of themselves. I think on the basis of the first 30 minutes we could have been 3-0 up. Didn't take our chances. I think we played some really good stuff, and then when changes come in any game, it sort of fizzles out a little bit. And I thought it ended up being a battle, that midfield battle, and I thought Reece Kendall come in and played in there, did really well. The young kid coming from Gateshead did a good job. I just think all in all it was a test of a back 4 unit and asking them questions that will get asked come next Saturday or next Saturday after. And I think we stood up to it well. Obviously Sam Wilson was missing as well, so I think Yatesy slotted in at centre half and never looks out of place. So it was a good realistic test.
We conceded the penalty, which I don't think there's much debate whether it was or wasn't really. John Stewart's made a good save. It appears he's pulled something in doing so, or he's pulled something making the save. Is that looking like a long-term injury, or is it a case of sort of having to look into it still?
I think he pulled it before he did that. I think he pulled it conceding the penalty. We don't know. Obviously, he's just come back now, the big fella. It's his other leg. He's right, and he said felt okay. Jack will assess it, but I don't think it'll be anything short term. So for me, we'll have to go and get a stopper in. It's hard at this time of year, so we'll have to go with our begging bowl to pro clubs around the area. I hope we can unearth and give someone a chance to come in and earn the stripes.
So second half comes, all players have gone off. Suddenly you will re-emerge, goalkeeping kit on. First and foremost, how does that come about? Because I know there were a bit of debate whether Steve Shuttleworth will go in goal, whether you go in goal. Was it just a case of you grabbed gloves and said, right, there's a job to do here, I'm going to do it?
No, I didn't grab gloves. I can assure you that I did not do anything like that. No, we just made a conscientious decision. Obviously, Shuts is all right. I spoke to Dave and I spoke to a couple of lads on the backroom team and just said, just go in 45 minutes. And it gives me a good insight, to be honest, because playing behind the back 4, seeing where we can do better, seeing the shape that we had. And to be fair, as a manager, I did that for many years with Steve Elford. I played behind the back 4, and as I say, I'm not the biggest lad, but my mouth's quite big, so I keep people in check, and it felt all right. I probably feel a bit worse than I were in the morning, but I think it's a good insight to look at a team shape from a different point of view than the dugout.
Clean sheet as well. I mean, you didn't have many saves to make, but you had to comfort the ball quite a few times, kicking on point as well. You must be pleased with yourself knowing you've still got that in your locker if needs must. If needs must.
I'm glad you put that in the end, James, yeah. No, listen, I'm thinking 41 now. I forget your age after 40, but I didn't want to go and play in that. I want the big fella to play week in, week out. But like I said a few interviews ago, as a winning team, you need a solid number one week in and week out. We didn't unfortunately have that last year with John. This year it's come about that we haven't had it pre-season, and unfortunately it looks like it's going to be for the next 6 to 8 weeks that we're not going to have him in the sticks. So we need to bring someone in that's going to be do that job for us.
So no return of you donning the goalkeeper gloves long term then?
Hopefully not. No, like I say, it's not something. My body tells you when you need to pack it in. So, but if needs must, like I say, I quite enjoyed playing behind Qualtz and Yatesy. Quite enjoyed playing behind Qualtz and Yatesy, and the back 4 today. I thought it was solid as a rock, and they're really blossoming as a back 4 unit. Obviously, throw Sam Wilson in there, who was missing tonight because of a function that he had to attend. So,
looking ahead now, we've got Tamworth this coming Saturday. Then there's a gap. Do you plan to arrange another friendly fixture in that gap?
We'll train now Thursday, work on a few things. We'll play Tamworth on Saturday, which again will be a good test on a different surface, and then we'll have 2 sessions Tuesday and Thursday next week to prepare for what's going to be quite a hectic start to the season with the FA Cup, and then the week after. To be honest, we've not really had with a quite obviously hectic schedule we've had and games being called off through the weather, we've had not much chance with it putting the game back to Wednesday the other week, not much chance to train. So we will we'll get 4 sessions in before the season starts, try and work on stuff. But let's be honest here, James, we've bought there's probably 12 players in there that are playing the second or third game, and I can see positives all the time. I thought Friday probably came a bit quick for us, and we looked we're a bit lost with people catching up. But tonight we've got a good account of ourselves. Things aren't going to happen overnight. We still know we need areas, and we need people to bring in them areas that are going to be better than we've got at the moment. And that's no disrespect to women. Some of the areas we'll have to put additions in there because we've lost players already. The forward line, I think we need a bit of pace going forward in that central area, which I'm hoping Liam Ellis might give. If not, then we'll obviously have a look out and see where else is there. But things aren't going to happen overnight. When you bring players in like that, it takes time to sort of integrate. But I've seen positive signs tonight that we can do it and obviously take the club onto the next level.
I'm glad you mentioned the FA Cup. We've seen OJM Black Country Rangers FC tonight have beaten Bewdley Town 5-1. Do you know much about them? Step 6 side?
I won't, but I'll know. We sent someone to watch them tonight, so I won't know till tomorrow morning what they're like. Like I said to you last week, we'll do our own, which we've done, and then hopefully we can go up there. Listen, if we perform like we know we can do, we'll, no disrespect to a step 6 side, that it's going to be their cup final, but we've got to make sure we do a professional job. But we'll do our own work. Like I say, get Tamworth out of the way with now on Saturday, Tuesday and Thursday. Then we'll concentrate on that. Then the following Tuesday and Thursday we'll concentrate on Banbury and Stafford. But for me, it's now time to sort of put things in place. 1 or 2 players will have to come out of the squad because we'll get down to 16, 17 lads. And everyone's had the fair crack at the whip. So obviously you've seen tonight we had no Chib, no Nathan Valentine because they're injured. They've gone away and told them to get to recover, tell us when they are fit. That's why Val will come off the other night. But we won't stand still for anybody. We won't stand still for anybody. We'll make sure that come the 12th or the 19th for the league, we'll make sure that we've got 16 players here willing to put their heart on the line to make sure that we try and get 3 points at Bamber Bridge.
Could Gladiators fans perhaps see some transfer activity now in the upcoming 2 weeks, knowing that you'll want to get your side settled for when that FA Cup game does come around? Or is it a case of you're going to wait, see what becomes available in the market, should players who are perhaps trialling in the Vanarama National North and South, whether players of that level come available?
I think you look at that. I think obviously with the split times that we're starting, a lot of players are. I spoke to a couple of lads that have been in at Boston today, a couple of lads that have been in different other places above us in the conference, League Two. So with the split times that we're starting, obviously it's going to obviously lap over. So I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. But we're speaking to a midfielder now who got a lot of experience and he's won leagues, and it'd be a massive signing for the football club if we can get that done. As a forward, like I say, Chib could come back in, but again, I think he's that far behind at the moment. He probably needs 5 or 6 games to get himself up to it. But there's no knocking Chib tonight. I looked at it tonight, and the kid's come from Nottingham, brought his children down to watch the match, and that's what I want. Like I said to the lads at half time, it's about a group. It's not about an individual. It's about a group thing, and for me, that shows that Chib massively wants to be a part of this group, and I'll embrace that because it's what will get you more points and get you over the line in certain games a lot of the time this year, as we've seen last year with Chib.
Congratulations on your clean sheet once more, and thank you for your time, Paul.
Well, I'm just going to see the chairman now for my bonus.